YouTube. What's up? What is up, YouTube? It is raining like I don't know what. It's raining like cats and dogs outside. And I'm happy for the rain because I put some weeding feed down. And my neighbor telling me how you're supposed to do it because you're supposed to put it down right before it rain and all this stuff. And it's raining like cats and dogs. It's funny how the older you get, other new and improved things excite you, like watering the grass, cutting the grass, trimming it up, getting all the dandelions out of the grass. When I was young, I never cared about them dandelions, man. We need to go out to a party. Where the club at? Where the happenings at? And now that stuff don't even faze me. I'm all into doing yard work and making the grass grow and cutting it. So anyway, I just thought I'd share that with y'all, man. Check this out, man. Michelle Obama. Michelle Obama breaks silence and breaks divorce rumors. I did what was best for me. Oh my God, man. I was hoping that it was rumors and it wasn't true, but we're about to find out, man. Golly, man. This is supposed to have been the best couple. Y'all hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell, man. I hope everything is okay. Tisha Tail, shout out to her. She is going to tell y'all, oh, come on in and shut the door. I like when she say that. Guys, come on in and sit down and have a seat. We got to talk about this. That's cool, man. Love her channel. I like her channel. All right, hit that subscribe button. Hit that bell. Come on in and shut the door because Tisha about to tell us something. Let's check it out.
Yo, I know the podcast bros are mad. I know Jonathan Major's somewhere looking upset. Y'all, You Need to Be More Like Michelle Obama has come out to actually speak on the state of her marriage with Barack Obama. And baby, she said, don't worry about it. Mind your business. I'm living for me. And by me, I don't mean we. I did what I needed to support Barack. And now I'm living life on my terms. And if that looks like with or without him, baby, you can be mad at that. Y'all, let's get into this because so many ain't-ish dusty men that are never going to be Martin Luther King and never going to be Barack Obama always cite Coretta Scott King and Michelle Obama as the epitome of what womanhood should be. More importantly, the epitome of what Black womanhood should be. Being down for your man, sacrificing everything for your man. But Michelle Obama is now giving a great interview in People magazine. This is on the wake of people saying that Barack Obama is having an affair with Jennifer Aniston. Now listen, I don't know what Barack and Michelle have. I don't know what the state of their marriage. I do know that Barack Obama can do a lot better than Jennifer Aniston, and that's all I'm saying. Because baby, she don't got the looks or the personality. Again. I just think he could do a lot better, right? Anyway, no shade. Actually, that was shade to Jennifer Aniston. Never mind. I do think he can do a lot better than Jennifer Aniston. But Michelle Obama came out and had some specific words on the state of her marriage. You are going to be shocked. But another thing that really, really surprised me is, where's all the podcast bros? Where's all the men saying what a Black woman should be, what a woman should be? Now that she is actually in the stage of her life where she's doing what she always should have been doing, right? Now everybody want to be silent. Now it's just like, well, whatever. We don't really know what's going on. No. Let's amplify this. Because the same way Michelle Obama was giving that advice on you ain't going to be happy at 50% of the time in your marriage, you're not going to be happy 70%. She is putting that in context because she was talking about what a true partnership is. When at one time, one person might need 90% of all the emotional playing field of a relationship. And if you love them, you give it to them. But the other half is when it's time for her to need that 90%, she needs it back. Again, marriage just isn't women sacrificing all the time. It's a partnership. And Michelle Obama is showing the way a partnership is. So listen to what she had to say.
Okay.
Michelle says her newfound independence since leaving the White House, right? Fueled speculation her and Barack were divorcing. They said the former First Lady appeared on April 8th on an episode of Sophia Bush's podcast, Work in Progress. Now, again, I do think it's sad that as much as Michelle sacrificed to be Barack Obama's wife, and if you read the book, you'll see the minute she says, I'm going to worry about myself, they're like, oh Oh my God, are they divorcing? How about the bigger question is, how come Barack isn't by her side every morning, noon, and night, the same way she was by his side when he was building? Now, don't get me wrong. He made her a former first lady. He made her the first lady. He actually moved history and solidified her in the congressional records, right? So fine, you get a pass. You get a pass for that. But the thing is, when you aren't dealing with an Obama, when all he's doing is flipping fries at Burger King, no shit if you flipping fries at Burger King, right? But you get what I'm saying. And he still expects you to go through all the hoops and support him as if he's the president. And even through all the support Michelle gave Barack, the reason people are asking if they're separated is because where are you, Barack? How come you're not sticking by her side? Unless she said, Ninja, I'm sick of you. Please go somewhere and let me do me. Maybe that's it.
Go sit down somewhere.
Michelle Obama is opening up about her newfound independence and how it fueled speculation that she and Barack were headed for divorce. She opened up about how her life has changed since leaving the White House and becoming an empty nester. She said, I want to know what your life and your, so Jenna Bush said, I want to know what your life and your social life looks like right now. That was a clever way to be like, are y'all still married? She said, it is whatever I want, Sophia. It's whatever I want. It's the first time in my life all my choices are for me. She went on to explain how her dual roles as mother to daughters Sasha and Malia and first lady limited her decision making. And again, ladies, younger tattletales, older tattletales, and you still stuck in the dumb diary holes of fame. I think it's important to note that being a mother and a wife are huge sacrifices. I do believe that whatever within reason that Michelle sacrificed, you were first lady. My goal and in saying this is for the girls that you're not dating Barack Obama. What are you sacrificing so much of yourself for? What? Yeah, and if it's worth it, fine. But make sure you have the courage to ask yourself, what? She went on to explain how she noticed she made excuses like, I have to make sure the girls are okay, or my husband's president, so I can't do that, to avoid making decisions. She said, now you know, I can't blame my decisions and indecisions on anyone other than me. And I think if I'm honest with myself, I could have made a lot of these decisions years ago, but I didn't give myself that freedom. Again, these mofos that are in our face telling us how women should be. Their one shining beacon is now being real and telling us the sacrifice that's required. And again,
oops, I'm sorry, y'all.
If it's worth it, it's worth it. But it is sacrifice. She also touched upon this newfound freedom combined with constant public scrutiny led to gossip and speculation about the state of her marriage. She said that's the thing that we as women struggle with, disappointing people. I mean, so much so that this year people couldn't even fathom that I was making a choice for myself, that they had to assume my husband and I are divorcing. This couldn't be a grown woman just making a set of decisions herself, right? But that's what society does to us. We start actually going, what am I? What am I doing? What am I doing this for? And if it doesn't fit into some sort of stereotype of what people think we should do, then it gets labeled as something negative and horrible. Listen, Barack Obama spoke about last week too, where she said he was in a sleep deficit with his wife after 2 presidential terms. So I've been trying to dig myself out of that hole by doing occasionally fun things with Michelle. Listen, again, she said Barack and I sometimes argue over what we can watch jointly. Anyway, who cares about that, right? The point of the matter is,
no, you gotta care about that. You gotta care about that, man. The small things is what counts. You know, she want to watch some lovey-dovey movie. He want to watch some sport type movie with the villain and all this stuff, action. You know, women don't like action. They want the love and the romance. You know what I'm saying? So that's important.
Yeah, Michelle Obama is letting us know what a real marriage looks like and what it truly took to be Michelle Obama. And as much as these podcast bros never want to tell girls the real thing of marriage. And again, if you want to get married, get married. If you want to stay single, get single. If you want to have children alone, do what you want. But just know that this fantasy they sell you about if you're a good woman, if you do this, if you do that, if you sacrifice everything, this fantasy that they sell you is nothing more than a fantasy. Because at the end of the day, Michelle Obama even looked at the mirror and said, wait a MF second. Shout out to Michelle Obama finally getting in touch with herself, doing what's best for her, doing what makes her happy. And look at everybody saying now that she ain't chasing after. And again, I don't mean to make light of it, but now that she's not always at Obama's beck and call, people are talking about divorce. Obama, wake up from your sleep deficit. It's been years, and go and support Michelle the same way she supported you. Anyway, y'all. Let me know what you think in the comments. Shout out to Michelle for living her best life truly on her terms. Because again, I can't stress this enough. No matter what choices you make in life, let them be on your terms and not what somebody tells you is what a good or a bad woman does. Shout out to Michelle Obama for finally taking her life in her own hands and making decisions that make her happy. Anyway, y'all, let me know what you think in the comments. I'll talk to y'all later.
I don't know,
Bye.
man. I mean, hey, a marriage needs to, you're right. It needs to go both ways, man. We're going to do one more video and add on this one right here. This is only 4 minutes long. But you need to support your wife and let her know you love her. If you love her, you don't want to be without her. I mean, I don't think it's a divorce thing. Damn, they're going to get a divorce? Or you're going to try to make her happy some kind of way. You know, there are a lot of men that say, man, I want my woman to cook, clean, and do everything I want to do. Forget what she like. Forget what movie she want to look at. You're going to watch a movie I want to watch. When I come home, we watching what the man in the house want to watch. That's not a good way to rule your household. What about the kids? They got to watch what you want to watch too? Or can they watch cartoons? I don't know, man. So, yeah, here we go.
I want to know what your life and your social life looks like right now.
Man, it is whatever I want, Sophia. It's whatever I want. It's me focusing on being the best me that I can be.
Michelle Obama breaking her silence on speculation she and husband Barack are on the outs.
Our lives are not that exciting.
The former First Lady directly addressing split rumors with Sophia Bush on her podcast Work in Progress, admitting that her newfound independence after a life of public service is probably why people are talking.
I have to make sure the girls are okay, or my husband's president, so I can't do that. What am I doing? You know, who am I doing this for? Who do I want to have a lunch with? How long do I want to stay in a place? Do I want to travel? If a girlfriend calls and says, let's go here, I can say yes, I can.
Yeah. I love it for you so much.
In my life that all of my choices are for me.
Yeah, after 8 years in the White House and raising 2 girls, Michelle is doing her own thing. Today, she has her own successful podcast and production company with Barack. And she continues to champion certain causes and campaigns when she can. But when she skipped both President Carter's memorial and Donald Trump's inauguration in January, fans of the famous couple became concerned.
This couldn't be a grown woman just making a set of decisions for herself, right?
Right.
That's the thing that we, as women, I think we struggle with, like disappointing people. I mean, so much so that this year people were, they couldn't even fathom that I was making a choice for myself, that they had to assume that my husband and I are divorcing.
Last week, Barack did make this shocking marriage confession during a conversation at Hamilton College.
I was in a deep deficit with my wife, so I have been trying to dig myself out of that hole by doing occasionally fun things.
Yeah, after 32 years of marriage, they're still working on it and slowing down to find more me time and time for each other.
I can't blame my decisions and indecisions on anyone other than me. I think if I'm honest with myself, I could have made a lot of these decisions years ago, but I didn't give myself that freedom.
E.T. sat down with a couple in 2012 and talked romance right after he won his second term.
I suspect we're like a lot of couples who've been married for 20 years and who've got kids, which is that the love deepens It
Uh-oh, he's getting poetic. Turn around.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah.
It's steadier.
Support each other,
It
though.
has a lot fewer lows, and the highs that you get really have to do with knowing the life you've built together. And she's better looking than when I met her. And it's true.
And it's on
You can
camera.
you can look at the pictures. She was fine then and finer now. So I haven't lost any ardor for my wife.
Okay, that's enough.
I'd rather have somebody who was ready to do some hard things with me. But that meant I also had to be ready to do some hard things with him.
My job, I think, is just to reinforce all the hard work he's already put in. And
they ain't
and
getting
we
no divorce.
always remind each other what's at stake, why we're doing this. If we keep our eyes on that prize, then Barack is always doing exactly what he needs to do.
I ain't getting no divorce, man. Come on, dog. Okay, y'all, that's going to be a quick add-in. I just found this right here, and what we're going to do is we're going to add this in at the end some kind of way so y'all can hear from her own words what she said. Girlfriend in the middle is beautiful. Look at you, girl. You go. That's a nice setup they have, man. I like the suit my man on the right have on. Well, I like both of their suits. Yeah. So, hey, check this out real quick.
Former First Lady Michelle Obama is shutting down divorce rumors,
Shutting down
calling
divorce
speculation
rumors.
about her marriage flat out wrong.
Now listen to the words
We
she
start
said.
actually finally like going, what am I doing? You know, who am I doing this for? And if it doesn't fit into the sort of stereotype of what people think we should do, then it gets labeled as something negative and horrible. They couldn't even fathom that I was making a choice for myself, that they had to assume that my husband and I are divorcing. You know, this couldn't be a grown woman just making a set of decisions for herself.
On a recent podcast, she said her recent choices included skipping high-profile events were about self-care and not marital discord. She explained her Hawaii vacation kept her from Jimmy Carter's funeral, and she chose to skip the Trump inauguration. Obama says she's embracing independence and focusing on her own projects.
Doing her own
Hello,
thing.
I'm Mark Brown. Get more.
She's focusing on her own projects, doing what she want to do. But here's the thing that tripped me out is, why you can't just ask her, so are y'all getting a divorce or not? Yes or no? No gray area. Well, they just assume we getting a divorce. No, we going through some problems, maybe not. But why they can't just say, well, are y'all getting a divorce or yes or no? Or y'all having problems, y'all gonna stay together? What do you think? You are the one into this, Michelle. So what's just yes or no? Y'all take it light, take it slow. Tell them Uncle Mike told you so. Peace out.